What can we make of Disney's role in the fairy tale tradition? I think Disney had a very big role in the fairy tale tradition. They set up kind of like the bar, the standard to what a fairy tale really is, because I can't think of any other brand or company that really made that many fairy tale stories or books, or just kind of they made an empire of fairy tale stories. As you've read, fairy tales have historically been revised and recreated, but there are many who think that Disney has taken that too far, taken ownership of stories that were always meant to be communal. In your opinion, is Disney just another reinterpreter of the fairy tale tradition, or are they commercializing and taking ownership of something that was never meant to be owned? I think that a lot of the stories that Disney tells, not all of them, but some of them, are recreated for commercializing and taking ownership of something that I feel like things. Okay, for Mulan example, people know that's Mulan and Pocahontas, both true stories. Well, I know Pocahontas is a true story, I think. I don't know about Mulan, but I'm pretty sure it is. I've been told many times that the story was reinterpreted and kind of changed to be able to be a movie per se and more appropriate for children. But I don't think that it's wrong of them to make a profit off of it, as long as the right people were involved, the right people were talked to, and everything like that. But most of these stories, like Princess and the Frog, Sleeping Beauty, I think the ones that are less historically bound are fair game as far as who created it. But I think historically it's good to have kids who watch these movies and understand that, okay, this is based off something true. Just it's easier for me to understand the way that Disney set it up for me. I honestly think they're just reinterpreters of the fairy tale tradition, because people do that all the time with books. Just they may not make as much money as Walt Disney may be making, but I feel like the issue wouldn't be there if the money wasn't there, like if he wasn't making billions of dollars off these reinterpreted stories, nobody would be caring. But if he was writing a simple book or a poem about it, it wouldn't be a big deal. Use Beauty and the Beast as your readings about fairy tales to solve your argument. As far as Beauty and the Beast is considered, I think that's an example like Princess and the Frog, where nobody can be upset about who made the like them re-commercializing it and reinterpreting it so it could be more consumer friendly, because I think the story seems more fairy tale than historical. There was no kingdoms brought up or cities taken over, or I don't think it had enough historical significance to really be an issue as far as whose story it really is and who came up with it first. But I think that things that are a little bit more historical as far as families are concerned should be more they should be more involved in the making of them. But I don't think that like Disney does a lot of biopics or anything, so I don't understand what topic they would be talking about that someone could be offended by. But I do think if they are gonna talk about like colonies or anything like that, it should be the real story. Just it doesn't have to be the total story, but I don't think that major key factors should be changed in order for entertainment, because I think that misinterprets the whole point of the message. At that point, it's sending two different messages. This is what we think happened per Disney, but this is what really happened. And I don't think that miscommunication should ever happen between two groups, because if you're teaching kids one thing and then history books are teaching them another, but they grew up watching the movie that you taught them, it's gonna be hard to kind of debunk what they've already been taught, because kids watch movies all the time and you can't really tell them, yeah, I know you saw this, but this isn't what really happened. So I think for historical purposes, Disney should kind of stick to the script as far as what actually did and didn't happen, but at the same time make it entertaining, create new characters if you have to, but the overall message shouldn't be changed for entertainment purposes and for just the purpose of trying to create a better story.